So before having any type of pre-operative appointment with your nurse or your doctor, your surgeon's office is likely going to send you many, many emails and many, many documents of sort of pre and post-surgery things to review. I received multiple packages with respect to the different risk factors, with respect to pre-surgery prep, post-surgery recover, shopping lists of things I need to acquire, sort of signs and symptoms to look out for, best practices. So do take some time to review the documents that your doctor's office provides, because all of our doctors probably have similar but different recommendations, and those recommendations are going to vary depending on the procedures that you're having done, as well as the specific doctor that you're working with. So I know that Dr. Kara sent me multiple documents that I reviewed online, and I've actually printed out for myself, and I've been highlighting. And if there's anything really, really important to note, I've mentioned it also to my husband, who's going to be helping take care of me in case I'm a little bit out of it. He knows sort of what to look out for. And I've printed all those documents and I put them in a special black folder. That's my sort of surgery folder. And I'm going to be sure to keep those with me and also to read them throughout my recovery process, refer back to them. As I've read through those documents, I've made notes in my calendar of sort of the different milestones in my surgery and all the different subsequent appointments I'm going to have to keep a lookout for. And I've pre-populated my calendar in terms of how many weeks I need to wear the compression garment for, how many weeks I need to wear, both bras, and how many hours a day, and when I can start showering, because I'm the type of person that I live by my schedule and my calendar. So for me, it's very helpful to put those dates in my calendar so I can refer to them if needed, and also refer back to them when the time comes, and sort of know what to expect and when to expect it. So highly recommend that you actually take the time to read and print out any of the emails and documents that your surgeon gives you, and make sure that you become very, very familiar with them before your pre-op appointment, so that when you go into your pre-op appointment, you're not asking questions that have already been covered in there. You have time to sort of get clarification or ask anything new or anything that you should have missed. In addition to reviewing what your doctor has provided, I also highly recommend that you check out vlogs of other moms who have gone through this journey to compare what they're saying and what they've been told against what your doctor has advised you. I've learned a lot through watching vlogs of other moms' journeys, and as a result, I've been able to ask questions to my doctor about sort of how he does things. For example, I didn't realize that there was different ways to be sedated, and that some doctors use a breathing tube and some don't. And so that was a question that came up that wasn't necessarily specified in my document. So I was able to ask his office, and sure enough, yes, my doctor uses a breathing tube. And thus I know as a result of that, I might have a lot of dryness in my throat afterwards. And it was recommended in other moms' vlogs to have like cough drops handy and sort of throat lozenges to sort of help with that. So once again, things like that weren't covered in my doctor's documents, but I learned through other moms' experiences, and that's been super helpful. So definitely read those documents and get online and read about other moms' experiences, and keep yourself like a handy notebook. I have my old Weight Watchers notebook. And I literally just make notes there or in my phone, so I can take it to my doctor's appointment when my pre-op appointment happens, and I can just sort of ask those questions in one shot.
On the topic of pre-surgery emotions, y'all never guess the most vivid dream I had last night. And it's funny because I don't dream, or if I do, I don't remember them ever. Maybe I just sleep really heavily. But last night I had the most vivid dream about my surgery. And the good news is that it was like really, really good. It was really reassuring. So I don't know whether it was like God's way of sending me a message that like everything is going to be okay. But I had like this really bizarre dream that I had already had my surgery, and I was just in love with my boobs, and I was in love with my stomach. So weird to say, but like I loved them. And I was just having a dream about like caring for my incisions, and like everything looked really, really good. And I just remember like taking off old, gauze and bandages, and like getting fresh ones from my cupboard and like putting them on. And I remember like taking my binder off and like washing my binder, and then I remember like waking up in a panic because I thought that I had forgotten to put my binder back on in the middle of the night. Like I had gone for a shower, washed my binder, put on my pajamas, and forgot to put my binder back on. And I was just having like these phantom sort of pains, like, oh, like I'm starting to swell, I need to get my binder back on. And it's just so bizarre because I've never gone through plastic surgery before. And I mean, I know these are things to be expected. So I would imagine that those feelings are very, very true and real. But it's just bizarre. Like I've never had anything like this before. So how would my body know that feeling? And the fact that I woke up and I was in my dream wearing the right pajamas and everything that I have ready for my surgery. And I was literally starting to feel like I was getting swollen, and I woke up in a panic thinking, oh my gosh, I forgot to put my binder back on after my shower. So anyhow, y'all, the pre-surgery feelings and emotions are legit real, and I don't know if they're just more heightened right now because I'm closer to my surgery date. Like I'm literally a month away now. Actually, what's the date today? I think yesterday was the 1 month. Oh my God. Guys, I'm 1 month before my surgery. Maybe that's it. Plus, I'm supposed to be on my period. I was supposed to come on my period like last week. I still haven't come on it. Don't worry, I'm not pregnant. My tubes are tied. My cycle's just a mess. Anyhow, so yeah, I think I'm just a bottle of extra emotions right now, and I wanted to share with you that you may end up with very vivid dreams about your surgery. And you know what? I hope yours are positive. Mine was overall very positive. I was happy. They gave me really good insight into sort of what to expect. So the countdown is on, guys. 1 month till my surgery, and I hope you've enjoyed this segment on sort of pre-surgery emotions. Hey guys, in this segment, I'm going to go over the top questions you should ask in your pre-op appointment for your surgery. So let's get started. Number 1, in your pre-op appointment, you want to make sure that you review any of your post-surgery garments with your doctor. So for example, my doctor wanted me to purchase my own post-surgical sports bra as well as an underwire bra because I'm also having a lift. So what I did in my pre-op appointment is I brought the two that I had purchased. The sports bra was the Shift bra that I feature in another video that my doctor recommended, but I also brought it with me so that I could make sure that I picked out the right size and that there'd be enough space post-surgery. So good news is that I got everything perfect. My post-surgical sports bra is awesome. And also I get to reuse some of my old underwire bras as my post-surgical bras. So he was able to look at my underwire bra and confirm that it had enough underwire and enough support. So yes, definitely review any of your post-surgical bras, or if, for example, your doctor had you buy your own compression garment, which is very rare, but if they did, bring that with you. Number 2, so if your doctor didn't get you to buy your own post-surgical binder, then in your pre-op appointment you should be getting measured for your binder. So it's very common that your nurse or your surgery coordinator will measure you, and they will either have on site already a compression wear that would fit you according to whatever manufacturer of compression wear that your doctor's office works with, or they're going to have to order it in for you. Now is also a really good opportunity that if you're thinking about getting 2 of them, so you can wash one and wear one, you may want to add that second one to your order. Most doctors I've seen only provide one. You can always purchase a second one if needed. I'm going to go ahead and do that because I'm really bad at doing laundry all the time, and I don't want to be rushed out of the shower. So that'd be number 2. Number 3, what you also want to ask about is your final payment. So usually in your pre-op appointment, you're getting much closer to your surgery day, and by this point you should be paid in full for your surgery. If you need to give authorization for a credit card or for a final payment, make sure that you prepare for that and bring that with you to your pre-op appointment, because that's going to be the final clincher to getting you to your surgery date. So good luck with that and enjoy that $0 balance. Number 4, if you already received your pre-surgery prescriptions, you can also at your pre-op appointment take the time to review those prescriptions with your doctor while you are sober, we'll say, and alert, you will probably receive a whole bag full of prescriptions and items that you're going to need to take before your surgery and after your surgery. And when you've already had your surgery, you may not necessarily be in the right mind frame to get all that information. So if you're lucky enough to have your prescriptions all ready at your pre-op appointment, bring them with you and ask the doctor to review it with you then, so that come your surgery date, you don't need to worry about it and that everyone is on the same page. Number 5, now's your time to review any final details about the procedures that you've opted to do. Go through your invoice with the doctor, make sure everyone is aware of all the surgeries that you're doing and that you've paid for. You want to go over everything from your implant size that you picked out, the style of the implant, if you have any questions even about where incisions will be, how long they'll be, what to expect. I know I asked my doctor to confirm the shape of the belly button that I can expect. Make sure that you go through the whole gamut of what you've paid for your procedure and any specific questions that you might have about what to expect for those procedures. Number 6, if your doctor hasn't already filled out paperwork for you or written you prescriptions for some of your rental items that you can perhaps get covered by your private benefits coverage, your pre-op appointment is a great time to get those prescriptions and that paperwork filled out. I know for myself, for example, with a prescription, I could rent a walker free of charge through my private insurance. I can also rent a hospital bed. So reach out to your private insurance company in advance of your pre-op appointment, get whatever paperwork you need with you so that at your pre-op appointment, the doctor can fill that out for you so you can go ahead and arrange for all of your rentals. Certain insurance providers require certain forms to be filled out for certain items. I know myself, for Green Shield, for the hospital bed, I needed to have a specific Green Shield form signed by my doctor, but for something like a walker, they just needed a handwritten prescription. In any case, make sure you take care of that at your pre-op appointment because it'll likely be your last time seeing your surgeon before your surgery day. And once again, on surgery day, you've got a lot going on, so you don't want to be forgetting those items and having to end up paying out of pocket for some of those really expensive rental medical items.
So yesterday I had an amazing, 1 hour conversation with my pre and post-op nurse, Jennifer, at Dr. Kara's office. She's apparently the one that's going to be dealing with me now and even after my surgery with any questions regarding my pre-surgery as well as any of my post-op questions. It was really great. She was able to give me her personal email as well as an emergency phone number I can call in case of an emergency at any point. And essentially what she did is she went through the documents with me that were sent to me in advance. So Samantha, my surgery coordinator, she had sent me a lot of documents about sort of what to expect pre-op and post-op, as well as specific information about what's involved in recovery and expectations around the tummy tuck, around liposuction, around the breast augmentation and lift. So I was able to review those documents in advance, and Jennifer, my nurse, essentially went over them with me together, line item by line item, just to sort of make sure that I understood all of its contents and also to have the opportunity to ask any questions that I may have had, and just to sort of see where my head was at to make sure I was understanding the information, that I was really knowing what I was getting into, and that I'm fully prepared for sort of what to expect. I'd imagine that maybe some people that are heading down this journey who maybe haven't done as much research, they may not realize sort of the extent of what they're going to look like coming out of a mommy makeover surgery, that they're going to be hunched over, that they're going to have drainage tubes, that they're going to be wearing 2 bras, a binder, that they might be leaking fluids, that they're going to need to arrange for a ride home, and that, even things like protecting the seat in the car on the way home. So there's a lot of detail that's covered in sort of that pre and post surgery package that they send you. So do take some time to go through your doctor's documents and make sure that you're understanding them thoroughly. And to add to that, I would also recommend checking out some of the YouTube videos from myself as well as others who have gone through this mommy makeover journey, just so that you really know visually what to expect, because it can be really daunting and it's hard to sometimes read something and really understand sort of what you're reading and what that looks like. So it's been really helpful to me. I'm still spending lots of nights up late watching YouTube videos from other moms who've gone through the surgery. So I sort of know what to expect. Like, I know it's not going to look pretty before it looks freaking amazing. And I know that I'm going to look like a disaster. So that's been sort of really helpful in terms of preparing me for all these next steps. So in my pre-op meeting with my nurse, she essentially just reiterated everything that was in those documents to make sure that I was on the right page. We also spent a lot of time together just sort of setting up all my post-operative subsequent appointments. So I know that the next day after my surgery, I'm going to be back at their office for 10 a.m. I know sort of all the other subsequent appointments I'll have in terms of suture removal, the tape removal, when the days that we're expecting that my drainage tubes will come out. So all those dates are preset in my calendar, which I love. I'm a planner, as you guys know. So for me, it's really helpful to sort of set that time aside and know when I'm going to need to make that trek down to the city. And so all of that is now in my calendar. She reminded me also, I'm actually going today. I spoke to her yesterday, and today I'm going to go see Dr. Kara to physically do my pre-op appointment with him to go over everything into more detail now that I've signed up and that we're absolutely moving forward. I'm sure he's going to dive into a lot more detail about my selections. I have a list of questions to ask him, just sort of on how he does things. I want to, confirm my implant size with him and make sure I've gone with the right size. So yeah, she basically reminded me that I need to bring my bras with me today. So I'm actually wearing my SheFit bra that I purchased. I've been trying to wash it and wear it and work it in a little bit because it was really stiff when I first got it, as I think I mentioned in a previous video. And also Jennifer reminded me that I'm going to need an underwire bra for after surgery. So what I'm planning to do is actually bring my old underwire bras, the ones that I was already currently using. And I'm going to show that today to Dr. Kara to make sure that those are going to be suitable post-surgery. Because I actually think I have to be wearing 2 bras after my surgery. I have to wear an underwire bra as well as the sports bra. That's going to suck, but I have to do it. So I'm going to actually bring them into my pre-op meeting with Dr. Kara today, and I'm going to make sure that those are suitable, and if not, I'll have to acquire some new ones because I'm literally less than 2 months away now. We're getting into the holiday season, so as soon as Christmas is over, I have my Amazon shopping cart ready to go of all those sort of final things that I want to order. So Jennifer, my nurse, also reminded me about my compression socks that I need to order, about picking up all my medication, which I'm actually going to run out shortly and go pick up from the pharmacy. And I'm going to bring that all with me today just to sort of show Dr. Kara. So yeah, basically, you'll probably have some type of finalizing phone call, if not in-person meeting with your pre and post-op nurse, which is a super amazing opportunity for you to review those documents, ask any last minute questions that you might have, and also just build that relationship because that person is going to be with you after your surgery, and that's going to be the first person that you go to if you have any questions post-op.
Alrighty, I just got out of my appointment with Dr. Kara. Oh my gosh, what a nice man. I'm really excited about my upcoming surgery. Essentially, this appointment was just a little powwow before my surgery date because obviously I haven't seen him since the first time I met him, which was at our initial, consult sales meeting. All is looking well for my surgery. I had just a couple of little questions with respect to confirming sort of the shape of belly button to expect because I know some girls end up with more of like a slit and some end up with more of like a round belly button, like with a hole, and I expressed the fact that I do want a round belly button, not just a little slit, and he assured me that yes, that is the style of belly button that I can expect, which I'm really excited about. He confirmed that it'll be 2 drains on either side. My incision will be hip to hip. We confirmed that the shift bra that I got will be good sizing. I even picked up my binder today, which I'll show you in another video. So guys, this is happening. I even filled out the authorization form for my final payment. So surgery date, January 21st. Not much really for the pre-op appointment other than just to sort of go over all the details again and have a little bit of a powwow before surgery. Eek, it's coming!